This is everything in between. This is everything in between.
Welcome to Everything in Between at Studio 86, where we talk about music and everything in between. So, let's get into it.
Let's do this.
Yes, with our host Patrice, Michelle, TC, and Big Moose, who's just chilling right on the floor right beside us there.
And not forget, behind the camera, our good friend Trevor.
Always Trev, yes. And I do forget to say that, which is my bad. You know,
It is your bad.
It is my bad.
Better, you should schedule it on your thing there.
Put it on my schedule.
Put it on your schedule.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
And we want to thank our followers on every platform. We're so grateful. And we just keep growing. And it's amazing to see this. And I don't do this because I want to brag about, oh, we got like new followers. It's just the fact of I love seeing the growth and love putting it out there to like our audience and stuff.
Sure.
That we are growing.
Yeah.
And like on YouTube, we got 332 subscribers, Instagram 105, Facebook 227, and TikTok 621.
Perfect.
So it's amazing. We appreciate all our followers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It may not be important to him, but it's very important to me. It's very important to me. I lose sleep. Help. I need followers.
Shh. Stop talking. On that note, we're going to go to our fresh drop check-in before Tyler says too much.
Yes.
So Michelle, what have you been listening to?
That's just a loaded question. It's just been like randoms.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
just
fine.
Everything.
That's
right
cool.
now, yeah.
You're just kind of in a smorgasbord of music?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Just,
All right.
Yeah. I can't even answer your question. Just
Okay.
everything.
All right. Just a music overload almost.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep that up.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
awesome. TC, what about you?
I'm probably in the same boat. I don't really,
Yeah?
hasn't been really anything I've been listening to specific. It's just, I don't know, this is getting there like the end of summer, so.
Oh,
Kinda getting
okay.
out of that summer vibe. At the beginning of summer, it's always like the punk and stuff, but now you kind of go into the fall. And I don't know.
Yeah?
It's
All
still
right.
summer, but yeah, that's the same as Michelle.
Okay, just a smorgasbord of music. All right.
And you, my
Oh,
friend?
I've been listening to that Nail Bite one that we featured last episode on EIB Band Pick of the Episode. I've been listening to them. Their music, I don't know what it is. It's just the way they have to sing pop and then go into metal. It's just such a cool transition. How they sing, how she sings, and how they sing, and it's just a cool vibe. And I'm really digging it.
Cool.
Yeah, so just listening to that and just like videos of them, kind of just putting stuff together. And I guess they're coming out with a new album soon. So
Nice.
yeah, check them out and let us know what you think. Yeah, so today's episode, we're going to be discussing Canadian music culture versus UK music culture. All right, so who wants to start off, you or me? You want to do UK or do you want to do Canadian music culture first?
It does not matter which one, Tyler, you pick.
Oh, shit. Now. Wow.
Okay, I'm think of a number between 1 and 10. You closest goes first.
7.
3.
She's closest.
UK first. So first we just looked at historical context between the two. So UK, I found, basically started with the traditional and classical foundations of like the folk and Celtic music, which grew into post-World War II where American music arrived. In the 1960s, that's where they rolled into the British invasion. And then the 1970s, they started a lot of the fragmentation and experimentation with the glam rock, the punk, reggae, and ska. From there into the 1980s, you had your MTV, your synthesizers, and your pop music. In the 1990s, we saw a lot of Britpop, rave, and urban music. And then into the 2000s and presents, we have a lot of different types. They've got indie rock, grime, dubstep, UK garage, electronic dance music, alt rock, British hip hop, Afro swing, drill, R&B, all kinds.
What's grime?
I don't really know, actually.
You don't know
I
what
never-
grime is?
yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Huh,
I
that's
actually didn't really look a lot into what grime is.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, it's the UK, so probably describing their food.
Like I
Good
did get a
possibility.
couple names of bands or musicians for grime, and it was Dizzy Rascal, Wiley, and Skepta.
Skepta.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. I'll have to listen to some grime after.
Right?
Maybe that'll be my fresh drop check-in for next episode.
Yes, yeah.
So Canadian traditions, kind of the evolution of it started really with indigenous traditions. Then when the French and the British came over, it started getting into more like a Celtic folk roots, evolving into like in a diverse landscape that we have now of like rock, metal, hip hop, and EDM. So a lot of indigenous traditions were really started, I think, with the Canadian music.
Yeah.
And really kind of just grew from that. And then you have all the, like, when the British and the French came in, they kind of get put in their kind of influence from like the UK as well too. Like you had like
Absolutely.
the folk and the Celtic and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, all right. Tyler, do we have any cool facts, or I don't know? What do you say?
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to talk a bit more, because mine is more like in terms of like the mainstream, how it's projected out there.
Okay.
Country is
All right.
different.
You
So if
let us know. Like I
Yeah.
just kind of put you on the spot there.
Because you
but,
guys are going into like bands and stuff like that, or
not
like,
really. A little bit. Yeah.
Okay, like just the genre. Then yeah,
Okay.
I'll come back to me.
You know
guys do
what? I
another
put you
round
on the
there.
spot. Talk.
See?
Talk.
See what we're doing?
Shut up. Shut up.
Help. I said it before.
Tyler's fine.
He did. All right.
Continue.
The one that does crime and music says that.
I know,
I would
right?
listen to her.
Yeah, it's true. She knows how to dispose of my body. Help.
Keep talking.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Anyways.
And now we're going to go into genres and styles. And we'll
Yeah,
start with
so
the UK.
here I just basically developed a list of the different styles and genres of music that they had. That they have, I shouldn't say had.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are, you see in the Canadian side as well. Like you got rock, heavy metal, punk. You got your glam rock, your progressive rock, your new wave, your synth pop. Then they've got their Brit pop, their trip hop, drum and bass, jungle music, UK garage, grime again,
Grime.
dubstep, the UK drill, British R&B, which apparently is a little different than North American R&B,
Okay.
electronic and dance, and then they've got their folk music, their classical music, and then of course their ska and reggae.
Okay. All right. Cool. I would not have expected that. All those different styles in the UK.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
know?
especially the difference in R&B.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
who's an R&B artist that's British? Did you
Now he's
get one?
putting you on the spot.
So I guess so what I got from it is a strong crossover with American R&B. I don't know. To me, my thought was just, the accent in the song. I don't know.
Maybe-
Oh, that
Right?
kind of would
I don't
make
know,
it. Yeah.
right?
Maybe,
Give it a different
maybe.
feel,
Absolutely,
different
right?
sound.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that gives it a different sound, right? So
I would agree
And they
with
say it's
that.
like a crossover with Americans. So I feel that it takes some American and then adds
Okay.
its own style to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
how
right.
I really took it.
And then we'll go to the Canadian side. And
Yeah.
It's just like some indigenous, like sacred drums, rhythms, chant styles, and then like flute traditions that they had. And then we get into like the French and Celtic. So it was like fiddles, sea shanties, foot tapping, and percussive instruments, which basically could have been anything from a spoon
Yeah.
to bones. It could have been anything that they
Absolutely.
used to kind of make these rhythms and whatever percussive
Percussive
sounds. Yeah. Oh my God. Just sound it out like in Sesame Street. The
Well, like
syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Syllable.
Syllables.
That's it.
Percussive. What's 3 syllables? Percussive.
Look at you, though.
Oh,
Look
shit.
At you.
I am proud of you.
Right?
I'm so proud, dude.
Yes.
I was wondering how you'd handle that. I wasn't going to try and be funny. You're like, yes.
Yes, and then we have like folk music. So based on like basically storytelling and a lot of it's like from our long harsh winters of just telling stories because we're basically inside for 4 or 5 months out of the year.
Cabin fever,
Yeah,
baby.
so Cabin Fever
Yep.
comes out with a lot of interesting lyrics and
Comes
stuff.
out in full force.
Yeah, yeah. And now we're gonna move on to prominent artists and bands.
Okay.
Okay, so in the UK in the 60s, we had the Beatles, the Stones, the Who, the Kinks, the Animals, Cream, and Dusty Springfield. In the 70s, there was a lot of shift more to David Bowie, Queen, Elton John, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Plink, Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, the Sex Pistols, and the Clash. The 80s is where we went more synth pop, right? And we got some Duran Duran, Depeche Mode, The Cure, New Order, Pet Shop Boys, Culture Club, Wham, Kate Bush. In the 90s, we had our Britpop, where we had Oasis, Blur. Blur was like one of my ultimate favorites. I'm like, oh my God, that's like such a blast from the past. Pulp, Radiohead, Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Massive Attack. In the 2000s, we had like Coldplay, Amy Winehouse, Arctic Monkeys, and Adele. In the 2010s to the 2020s, we had Ed Sheeran, Harry Styles, Sam Smith, Pink Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say about that Amy Winehouse. It was such a sad story. If you ever get a chance to check that out, it was really well done. But yeah, it was a very sad story.
She's got a sad story.
Yeah, for such a talent.
Yeah, sad story for sure.
Before you go on to yours, there was some interesting stuff she said there that I had on there, especially for the UK. You mentioned the Sex Pistols. So the Sex Pistols played their infamous Manchester Lesser Free Trade Hall show to a tiny audience, but many of the audience who attended were major figures in the British music. So that's probably why it got them to where they are. Then, another band, we talk about Oasis. Apparently, the big debut album that was a big commercial success, definitely maybe, was recorded like pretty much in half the time it was expected because they wanted to get the raw live energy out of the field, right?
Okay.
Interesting.
Which, if you listen to that, by standards, if you put it up against like Nirvana's Nevermind and that, is definitely more garagey, kind of like like raw ballsy.
And I think
right?
that's what makes
Interesting,
Oasis the raw sound that they have.
Yeah, and then I'll give one more here since okay, so. Cool about Iron Maiden. I know it's not your cup of tea necessarily, but it's a cool little fact that their mascot, Eddie, I don't even remember Eddie, he's like the skull guy or whatever. So Eddie wasn't originally intended to become the band's permanent identity. He began as part of the band's stage presentation and eventually became recognized with them. So it was basically like a stage setup, and then because their shows were so crazy and cool, they were like, that's Iron Maiden. Big Eddie.
Big Eddie.
So... yeah, I guess that's a few things in there, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
And some prominent artists and bands' influence in Canadian music. And like there's a vast one. So this is just a little tiny list of the talent that we have. Leonard Cohen, Paul Anka, Joni Mitchell, Gordon Lightfoot, Neil Young, Kim Mitchell. And that's just to name a few.
Yeah.
You know? And then like some of the range of emerging artists they have. So Canadian Music Week is such a big festival in Canada that they have. And they have North by Northeast, which is another one showcasing the upcoming talent in Canada and stuff. So yeah, some important events that they have for Canadian artists.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned a few on here, so I got some cool little tidbits from some of the Canadian bands. You mentioned Leonard Cohen. So Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah wasn't an immediate classic. So Leonard Cohen reportedly wrote dozens of verses for the song, with only a small selection ultimately making the final recording. So that just shows you during the process, you can come up with all this, and how, again, when you write so much of stuff and you got to break it down to fit the song, you got to kind of let go of the stuff that you love, right?
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell. And Joni Mitchell, actually, believe this or not, didn't start out wanting to be a singer. She basically was a songwriter, a folk artist, and she was selling her songs to everybody. It was like how nowadays artists, he's controversial, but he started out as Kanye West. Kanye West was a producer before anything else, before a rapper, and he was so good at it, and he knew he was good at it, so he wanted to start doing his own stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's when he left Bad Boy Records and did his own thing.
Okay, I did not know that.
That's his
Wow,
thing. And then one more cool Canadian thing. I like this one. The Guess Who's name was basically a marketing trick. And why that was is because their label added question mark to make the band look like a mysterious British group on the record store. So they almost wanted to confuse people that wanted to buy The Who with the Guess Who. Is it related? What are they doing? Is it British? What's going on? So that was a marketing. That was a marketing thing.
Wow. Okay.
Cool, right?
I know that. That's really cool.
Very cool.
I am really enjoying your facts here.
Right?
Yeah, they're pretty. You guys are hitting all the big names right here, so it's kind of pretty easy doing this actually. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right.
The next is the music industry, the structure, and marketing.
All right, and we'll let you go.
So the UK is home to a couple major operations, so Universal Music, Sony Music, and Warner Music, and they have thousands of independent labels there as well. Their live music tends to be like in arenas, clubs, pubs, independent venues, concerts, festivals. Marketing used to really heavily rely on the BBC radio, commercial radio, music television and the music press, record stores, clubs, festivals, touring, and the UK singles chart.
Okay, cool.
Today, marketing more relies on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, all the social medias,
Yeah.
viral videos, streaming algorithms, and short form videos.
Right.
The economic importance is actually quite insane, though. The UK generated approximately £8 billion in GVA in 2024.
Wow.
They supported approximately 220,000 full-time jobs.
Jeez.
And it generated £4.8 billion in export revenue for the UK.
Wow. I think a lot of people don't focus on that stuff, like those jobs that you don't think about. Like how much
Absolutely
jobs
not.
it actually generates.
Absolutely.
in the industry,
And honestly,
right?
that number actually blew my mind when I saw
Yeah,
it. I was
that's
like,
crazy.
no way. That is insane.
All right. Okay. Well, go to some Canadian stuff. So the structure and characteristics of music in the industry is like then they're heavily influenced by the United States. I find with our industry, right? Like we have to basically market it to the States to become huge. Kind of thing, right? So, and there's the Canadian Independent Music Association, CIMA, as a group of independent music labels which help develop provincial and federal funding programs.
Okay.
So they kind of, all these like government programs that these musicians can get was a big help from the CIMA. Marketing strategies and platforms are used by artists now, like our short form videos, like you said, and algorithm trends, direct fan to fan interaction. I think that's what a lot of it is with these short things, like kind of what we do as well too, right?
Yeah.
Like we're right at you kind of thing.
Yep.
And there's like a 20-second video. It's really cool to do. All right.
Well, I can. I'll tackle on what you said about like it's hard for us to break in the American market. There's a band that's probably known as Canada's band that did that on purpose. They had been offered many times to go to the States and promote their music, but they wanted to focus here in Canada,
Yeah.
and that is the Tragically Hip.
Yep.
Right.
So they wanted to focus on Canada. They didn't care
Yeah.
about anywhere else. That was it. So that's why I've known people that go see them at like the Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah.
18,000 people. They'll go to the border, like an hour south of Buffalo, and they'll play a bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
but they really focused on.
Oh, for
that.
sure. Their main
So,
focus. Yeah.
To go about your marketing strategies, and Michelle touched on it about like a lot of it's radio play, and now it's streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
So in Canada, we have something called CanCon, it's short for Canadian Content, that's run by the CRTC. Okay, and CRTC.
CRTC.
So,
yeah.
so they basically they have a checklist, and what they have for artists here in Canada is something called MAPL, MAPL. M musician, A artist, P performance, L lyrics.
Oh, cool.
If you check off two of those,
Yeah.
then that's considered Canadian content, which is why if you've heard the radio stations during the time when radio, I'll say up to 2009, 2010, radio was still pretty prominent
Yeah,
before
for
streaming
sure.
took over. Why you heard Metallica's Black Album and Reload and Load so much is that their producer is Bob Rock, who's Canadian. And he played on the record so much on their records, and he helped write them lyrics. So that's why you heard on Canadian radio, you'd hear Enter Sandman a million times. And
did
then
not know that.
Unforgiven and all that stuff, because it was, in fact, that
Met the
it
requirement.
met the requirements, so they could play it all they wanted.
Fuck.
Right? So,
All right.
So it is very strict up here that 35% of what you put out there from radio has to be Canadian.
Yeah.
That's fixed. In the UK, it's called Ofcom. I don't pronounce that
That's
properly.
how I looked at it. Ofcom.
Ofcom. OFCOM. All right. So they basically do the regulatory for that, but it's not strict like us, right?
Right.
So for them, the way it works is in Canada, it's all Canadian content. in the UK, the BBC, it's like, okay, listen, we'll let you guys free for it, but if you're going to play a rock song, it's got to be on a rock station.
Okay, that's fair. I think that's
you can't
yeah.
no cross promoting.
Yeah.
Like up here,
I got you.
You've heard like rap artists on like The Edge and Q and stuff like that. So it's like
When you get that mix 99.9 or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
that. Yeah.
right? So, but like, as long as the style of music, it's kind of a free for all in the
Mm-hmm.
States. You can play whatever you want. So that's the difference between both Canada and the UK. It's way more strict here when you're Canadian. They really do push your content if you're Canadian, but in the UK, it's kind of like we'll play it as long as it's on the right channels to do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
that.
That's really cool about the Metallica thing too. I did not know
and
that.
and the argument too, sorry, I didn't add on,
Yeah.
is that they're starting to argue that is this even necessary with streaming nowadays? Because it's
True. And how do you regulate that?
how you regulate it.
Right.
I can go listen to anything.
Yeah, around the world.
Yeah, no one. Radio is getting faded out. Do you really need that? I guess for television and stuff, sure. But
Even
radio,
then, yeah. Like everything, that's the thing. Television's a lot of streaming now.
Yeah, exactly.
Streaming sites, so that's a whole different rules, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Okay. Now we're going to go on to the culture, influence, and global reach.
Okay, so I looked at the British export machine. So the simplified model of it is British cultural scene. It's a British artist, the UK media exposure, international record deal and tour, American international exposure, and then your global popularity. So what I found was British music has influenced North America, Europe, Australia, Asia, Latin America, Africa, the Caribbean.
Wow. Okay.
Caribbean was actually, you know, like to me, music from every country influences every country, but the Caribbean, I just found that one
Yeah.
quite
Kinda threw
interesting.
you off a bit?
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that. And the global reach. So a big thing that Britain has exported is their fashion, music videos, dance styles, club culture, youth subcultures, music journalism, the record label practices, songwriting, music production, and festival cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Some pretty big festivals.
Yeah.
Which you'll mention
Absolutely.
after. Yeah. Okay. Cool. The Canadian is third largest exporter, which is insane because our population is so small. So we're the third largest music exporter in the world. Think about that, how massive that is for such a small country, right?
look at the three biggest artists in the world right now. I think they're Canadian.
And that's what it is,
The
yep.
Weeknd and Bieber.
That's exactly what I that's what I had.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly what I said.
Sorry, I
Or
didn't mean
was
to
saying
take your
no,
thunder.
no.
I didn't know that was
and that's
happening.
another thing with that is like 92% of royalties from Canadian artists are on Spotify generated from outside of the country. So 92% of the royalties where was I going with that? I kind of lost my train of thought
Saying that
there.
we export a lot.
Yeah, we export a lot. 90% of the royalties are exported from Canadian artists. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we'll get into the UK festivals now. We were just talking about that.
Okay, so UK has a number of festivals. I got the Glastonbury Festival, which covers rock, pop, electronic, hip hop, folk, alternative, theater, comedy. They even have some political and social activism as part of the festival. There's the Reading and Leeds Festival, which was historically associated with rock and alt music, but is now more genre diversive.
Okay.
There's the Wireless Festival, more of a hip hop, R&B, grime, Afro beats, and rap. There's the Download Festival, which is heavy metal, hard rock, punk, and alternative music. Then they have the Parklife Festival, which is in Manchester, covers pop, electronic, hip hop, and dance music. And then, most intriguing, the Proms Festival, covers classical and orchestral music.
What?
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
That is crazy.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Right.
You think so?
I'd probably have a lot of fun at those.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I just picture it though. Out on a big grassy field. Hopefully it's outside. Blankets,
Yeah.
drugs, food.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Drugs
Drinks,
in.
whatever,
Drinks. What
whatever,
more can you
whatever
ask for?
tickles your,
Exactly.
whatever tickles your pickle.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Tickling pickles.
She went there.
So what about Canadian festivals?
So we got the Boots of Hearts. It's a country festival, which I think they're doing 2 dates now. They're doing Edmonton and then they're doing the Toronto area.
Interesting.
Oh, get
Yeah,
out.
so it's expanding so much
Wow.
that they expanded it. Velt Music Festival is an EDM festival.
Yeah.
Which is, I haven't even heard. Is it huge?
Huge.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It's huge.
The Montreal International Jazz Festival. Yes, and then we got Festival de Quebec. I don't know if I said that right. FEQ is pop, EDM, hip hop, and rock. Then we got Vans Warped Tour in Montreal, punk rock and alternative. And some of the events we have here are the Juno Awards, the Canadian Country Music Awards, and the Polaris Music Prize. So
Is it honorable mention? Edgefest.
Honorable
mention. That was great for a while.
Yes.
It was really good for a while. It was
I went to a couple of them. They were fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But we had some pretty cool festivals here.
We did. We do.
We do.
Well, the Boots of Hearts is a massive one, but I just don't like country. But I mean, it'd be cool to kind of see.
And it's only it's not far from here either.
No,
like,
maybe
where they
it's
do
not.
it, the old Moseport.
Hey, man, we're going to be out there doing festivals next year, so watch for us.
Watch for us.
He'll be at the Boots and Hearts one.
Yeah.
Just myself?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we ain't going.
Why don't you
Looks
come
like
sit
it.
down and talk to me?
Hey, cowboy.
That's how yeah.
Hey, cowboy.
Yeah, yeehaw. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't wear Billabong there, by the way.
Yeah,
It's got to be like a NASCAR shirt and a cowboy hat.
Nice. I'm down for it. Let's do it.
Nice. Do her up.
And then we have some government support and funding agencies.
no. Okay,
start
so
with
in
the
the
UK.
UK, they have a significant tradition of public support of the arts. So there's the Arts Council of England. So it's distributed government and national lottery funding to cultural organizations and projects. So the UK's government's current approach includes significant support for music infrastructure and grassroots music.
Oh, nice. I like it.
So in July of 2026, the UK government announced a new music plan, including an expanded £45 million music growth package over 3 years, intending to support more than 2,000 music projects, which include grassroots venues, emerging artists, regional music infrastructure, touring, export opportunities, and young people's music education.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really investing. I like that. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
So then they also have the Music Export Growth Scheme, which basically helps British artists enter international markets.
Wow.
So in 2025, the government announced another £1.6 million into the funding, which they've already invested £7.6 million. This has already supported more than 450 British artists, and it has had an estimated $73.5 billion return to the UK economy.
Jeez.
That's insane. So they're funding you to send your stuff to different markets.
Absolutely.
And then the return.
Absolutely.
It is very smart. They're investing in their own.
Absolutely.
Their own
They're investing
country.
in their own product.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is smart. I mean,
Yep.
you got to spend money to make money. I guess,
Absolutely.
right? So
Heck yeah.
that's proof.
And then there's the PRS Foundation. So since 2000, they have awarded more than £50 million to over 9,000 new music projects. They've helped music that isn't immediately commercially profitable, such as classical music, experimental music, folk, jazz, regional, grassroots. They help create a pipeline from community music to emerging artists to professional industry and international export.
Gosh.
Cool.
All right.
What I took from everything, they are very invested in their arts. Very
They've seen
invested.
they've got this over the years kind of thing. Where
Absolutely.
They just put more and more funding
Yep.
into
And they're seeing the
their
return.
product.
They're
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
the return.
Yeah.
They're seeing it's money well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Sorry, Travis just keeps telling me to move my mic up because I put it like it's right, either it's right here or it's down here. Travis like,
That's
fucking
why he keeps looking at me and was like, oh,
fuck. No, it's not you. It's me.
I know.
My goodness.
Thanks, Trev. Appreciate that. So some government support and funding agencies in Canada are the Canadian Music Fund, the CFM, Factor, Society of Composers, Authors, Musicians, Publishers of Canada, which is SOCAN, and they collect all the royalties. Canadian Music Reproduction Rights and Agency, CMMRA. And they got a bunch of other ones, but those are some of the main ones that they have in the country and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think they're kind of the same idea. I don't know if they're funding it as much as the UK, but there are interest in supporting our own.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's what I got this tidbit here that kind of makes sense with what you guys are saying now, because it seems like like she's like in Canada, the way you're describing it's like these little funds and stuff like that, and they keep it local stuff.
Yes,
whereas
a lot of, like,
that is like they're willing to push their artists to the world, right?
Right. Yeah.
So right here it says that Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Halifax have developed their own kind of scenes.
Oh.
Right, like your scenes, and like it
Oh, I
seems
see
like
what
every
you're saying.
scene's
Yeah.
got like like going on. Whereas what she was saying is that like Liverpool, Manchester, London, Birmingham, and Sheffield produce it because they want movements. Like if you want to produce a movement, that's a global thing. So that would make more sense if you want to invest the money to push it out. Like it's again like the British invasion. That was a fucking movement and a half. When
Right.
the Beatles came, it was like, whoa, what the hell? And the punk movement again, Clash, Sex Pistols, that became big and it was pushing it out there. And they're pushing it out there.
So these agencies that Michelle L was talking about is kind of what
Yeah.
kind of brought that.
I'm sorry. It just sounds funny to hear
What?
you say that.
Just Michelle.
You know that what Michelle L was talking about. Anywho,
No, it's just
Well, that's-
no, it's good. No, she's right. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
you can continue.
You can continue. Thank you, Michelle L.
You're welcome.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
like,
amazing.
But makes sense though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a movement to get them out globally, not just in the region.
yeah, like where we really invest in our artists, really big time. But they invest their artists not only locally, but they want to push it to the
Globally.
international market,
Yeah,
right?
which is amazing. That's awesome.
I
they
like
do
that. That's actually really cool. I wish Canada would do something more like that, but
yeah.
I guess
Well, maybe we will, maybe because I know we model a lot of our stuff from other countries. Like UK was a big one that we model our.
Well, I was saying that to Pat too.
industries
I
from.
find the UK in different industries, like the industry that I work in, it's becoming the newer hub. I think the UK is, I don't want to say taking control, but they're taking some steps forward. They're taking some risks.
Right.
Right? And it's
Yeah.
paying off for them.
Yeah.
And you know, also too in the UK, they get massive tax breaks if someone internationally comes over to do stuff there.
Well, tax is something we'll be talking about with the Canadian market on
Yeah.
the music news.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Not
that.
cool, man. Not cool. Not cool for those. Anyway, we'll talk about it on the music news.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
Okay, so next we're going to talk about influence of technology.
Right.
So in the UK, there was the radio. So the BBC played an enormous historical role in introducing British audiences to new music. There was television. They had shows such as Top of the Pops. And that helped transform music into a visual medium for audiences. There was the MTV and music videos. The UK was particularly successful with music videos during the 1980s. The synthesizers that rolled in, the UK is a major center of synth pop.
Okay.
Rave technology, so you got your synthesizers again, samplers, drum machines, and DJ equipment. This is where all your acid house, jungle, your drum and bass music, UK garage, and dubstep would come from. You got your internet, which reduced the dependence on traditional record companies and radio. So that came out through MySpace, YouTube, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, and Apple Music. They got their social media, so your TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And now they're starting to move into the AI forefront.
Oh, shit.
It is a major technology issue facing Britain, but
course, yeah.
I feel that that's really just a major issue everywhere right
In the
now
globe,
for
like
music.
the
Yes,
whole world
absolutely.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So the UK government published a report in March of 2026, and right now they're really looking into examining copyright and AI
Yeah.
to see how that is going to affect artists going forward.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big problem everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the UK, hopefully the government gets involved with all this stuff too.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well,
Yeah, that's-
to me, especially like looking at all the funding that the UK definitely puts into their artists, they're going to want to research this to see how it's going to impact them.
Right, because a lot of the policies, like we talked about, are so old school. Not, like they're not up to the times.
Absolutely.
Their laws
Yep.
and
Yep.
whatever they have.
There's a lot of changes that need to take effect.
a lot of
Yes.
changes.
Yeah,
And I
'cause,
think
like think about like the streaming, like how long it took
That's
them
what I mean.
to catch up
to
to
catch up, and I don't think
Yep.
they fully did catch up.
No,
I
there's
know
no-
you're right. Like
Before
we're
AI
we're not fixed there yet, and we're already
No.
moving into the next.
Exactly.
Right? You're like, ooh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the policies can't keep up with technology.
No.
That's
Yep.
exactly what's happening, and I think it will always happen because technology is going to move way faster than policies. It never
Absolutely.
could, you know. But yeah, all right. Maybe we'll use AI to make the policies.
Probably.
Oh, I just thought of that.
They probably are. Anywho, what about Canada?
Same with Canada. It was really focused on radio and TV promotions and evolved into like social media streaming sites such as TikTok and Spotify. It's kind of the same idea as UK, I think, right? So, yeah. And I think we adapted a lot of the rave culture. I don't think we really got as big in the rave culture as, say, the UK, but we kind of did our own little version of it.
Yeah, absolutely. We did the Canadian version, right?
Right.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
you'll never guess where they held the rave in Canada just recently. We'll talk about it in the music news. Oh, shit.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay, say.
Gotcha.
I even got myself. I was like, what are we going to talk about?
forgot.
Where is it? And we'll move on to the censorship in the UK, which will be our last one we talk about.
So censorship in the UK has historically occurred through a combination of broadcasting regulations, BBC editorial policies, record label and record or radio station decisions, retailer decisions, public controversy, political pressure, venue restrictions, and social pressure.
Okay.
The BBC, historically it had an enormous influence. It could refuse airplay, could request edited or restricted versions of stuff, or played only at certain times. The punk scene, actually, censorship and controversy could increase an artist's cultural impact. So during a 1976 television appearance, the Sex Pistols swore on live television.
Oh,
This generated enormous newspaper attention. I do love that.
Newspaper
and
attention,
propelled punk into the British cultural mainstream.
just by one swear word.
Just by one swear.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Good for them.
Absolutely. And then today, broadcasting regulations. You
That's
got,
the one that Tyler was talking
you
about.
got your Ofcom regulating your broadcast standards. Material that's unsuitable for children would generally not be broadcast before 9 p.m.
Okay.
The strongest offensive language is restricted, and radio operates accordingly when children will likely be listening.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the Ofcom. Ofcom.
Oh, come on with a better fucking name.
I do agree. 'Cause seriously, what the hell is that?
Yeah, CanCon makes sense. It's short.
Right.
Canadian content.
Yeah.
Ofcom. What's that short for?
What is this? I do agree.
What should we call it? Ofcom. Why? I don't know.
Just to be different. And this censorship in Canada, speaking of the CRTCs, it's very heavily regulated in Canada with that I don't even know what they are, government agency, I guess?
What, the CRTC?
Yeah, the CRTC,
Yeah,
the government,
yeah, it's all,
right?
Yeah, it's all regulated government, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's why it's so heavily regulated. And same like with the CBC, the same idea is very, very influenced by political views and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and that's similar. The CBC is similar to the UK's BBC, and I think that's maybe where Canada got that from UK.
I do.
I kind of the same idea, like Canadian Broadcasting Company, right?
I've always kind of thought that too. Like the CBC was kind of like a
knockoff of the
a little
BBC.
version of the BBC,
Yeah.
right? It was our little version of BBC.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that was a lot. It's a lot of really cool information. Is there any more information you want to talk about, Tyler? Or?
It's just one thing I noticed here is actually really kind of funny to me, and so you guys know the Smiths, right? UK band,
Yep.
Smiths, right? So the Smiths deliberately avoided using their own photograph on many of their record sleeves, just because it was more about the music, and that's what they want to be recognized of. Now you guys know Morrissey.
Yep.
He's the singer of the Smiths.
Yep.
What has every one of his covers been since? Him on the cover with his face just projected.
You're right. Oh my god.
Every single one of them is just his face.
That's fucking awesome.
Guys, look at him. Look all here. It's just him. The Smiths. Did they have one ugly member? They just didn't. It's either he goes out or none of us take it.
Oh my god.
So I saw that. I was like, wait a minute.
That's good.
Every Morrissey
That's
cover I've
good.
seen is just him.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fucking fantastic. That's a good tidbit.
we
Thank
were
you.
talking earlier too. Remember about like you were saying about after 9 o'clock you can swear on the radio and they play
Yep.
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh my god,
Like-
that used to be my favorite. 102.1 The Edge. 9 p.m. You could start swearing on the radio.
Oh man.
They would play Killing in the Name not once, but twice.
In a row.
Back to back.
Back to back. Yeah. That's fucking
Then they'd go
awesome.
to a commercial break.
Yeah. That's true.
So with all that information, move on to the band pick of the episode, which is, what do we got here? A.O. Dillon, and they're from South Florida, USA. The song's called Kurt Cobain. So check it out.
One more thing.
Wait, what?
On the next episode, we'll be discussing
Will we? What are we discussing?
MVT.
Yeah.
MTV versus TikTok.
Oh, shit.
That's the next one. Also, too, before...
Well, oh my...
No, because you did it last episode. We should do this one. So what do you pick? UK music culture or Canadian music culture?
Oh. Like, what's the more prominent one?
Which one do you favor more? Like, would you be like, which one's more prominent to you? Or you had to pick?
Is this on me or Michelle?
Everybody answers.
Or everybody?
Yeah, like we
Michelle,
did
you
last
go
one.
first.
I go UK.
UK? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
In terms of everything I've heard today, by the information, definitely UK.
Yeah.
When that international thing she said, I'm like, well, how can you beat that? Like,
Yeah,
that's
you know
amazing.
what?
That's
Honestly,
actually amazing.
That's huge, and I think I'm going to have to go. You guys swayed my views, so
But I do also believe that Canada can get there.
I think we
Yes.
can. We just have to focus more on it.
It's just it's
Yeah.
going to take some time.
Yeah,
It's just going to take some time.
and focus on that more than
Yeah.
we focus on being part of the states and their music culture. and their
Absolutely.
everything, so
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Okay. All right.
So-
are we going to say we'll catch you on the
Next
next one? All right.
I wanna write some better verses, try to sound like Kurt Cobain, but I don't do any heroin and I ain't got stomach pain. I'm rocking out to Vanga, boys, I look like I'm in corn. I wear rips in my jeans, although I'm